Hi guys, good morning. I just want to thank you all for the beautiful responses and comments that I got after my interview with Ismael Perez. What a wonderful experience that was, off the charts. And what made it even better was reading the comments. I never understood how important the comments are and how much energy the feedback gives you. It's the interaction with the audience. I open each one and I'm like, what are they gonna say? And there hasn't been even one negative one, and that is amazing, because when I first started 2 years ago to speak out against what was happening in the world, oh my gosh, there were so many negative comments. So I'm so appreciative that only love is coming my way. I feel like I've reached a higher level, that I've only the light can see me now. I can't even be seen by the dark because I raise my vibration. I try to raise my vibration so high every day. The dark can't even see me. They can't even hear me. That's my goal. I got my merch yesterday. I had ordered merch from Mel and Amber, QFS1776.com. I ordered a bunch of t-shirts. This one, The Level Playing Field, Nesara Gesara, Nesara Gesara. That's how my office manager sings it. I make everyone in my family say Nesara Gesara when anything good happens, when we get like extra money or anything to do with like you're surprised that you came into like money weirdly, like this Nassau County grant that we had applied for, $10,000 from Nassau County. It just came through yesterday, and I was like to my husband, I'm like, okay, you need to say Nesara Gesara right now. And he says it, and he hates saying it, but he says it anyway. This other t-shirt that I got was the XRP, the King. And I'm waiting for a pillow that says Nesara Gesara and a mug that has Mel's face on it. Hopefully I'll get them soon. But yeah, I encourage everybody to check out their website with their new merch, because there's so much there to choose from, all different colors and styles, and just fun stuff. The design is so well done. Good job, Amber. Today I want to talk about a few things, a few different awakenings that the wording of it came to me fresh. Sometimes you can hear the same concept and you don't really understand the deeper level of it till you hear it worded a different way. And then that wording picks you up. That's the beauty of language. That's why I love writing. Because when you get the words just right, you can help wake people up. Because words are like little messengers to the souls of people, like poetry and prose and writing. Why do we do it? Why is it an art form? To awaken people's souls. It's like smelling salts for the soul. So I made friends with this Irish guy on Telegram, a sweetheart of a guy, and I love listening to that Irish accent. His name is Fergal, if you're listening, hi. And he said, I always knew there was going to be a means to the returning of wealth to humanity. A means. The White Hats did have a dilemma. Here they are. They seized all this gold from under the Vatican, 150 miles from the Vatican in Rome to Jerusalem in underground tunnels, seized by the White Hats. Liberated, I like to say, by the White Hats, because it had been stolen by the cabal. And they had a problem. How are we going to give this back to the people? We can't go door to door with bags of gold for the people. So because we live in this beautiful age of technology, they took this gold, stored it in different facilities around the world, and barcoded it and is offering it up on the Lobster wallet as digital assets. Hundreds and hundreds of different digital assets. And also, if you've watched the documentary Game Over, which I have on my Telegram channel, Gila Jed channel, which is linked below, if you watch that documentary, you'll understand that all the corporations that were involved in the nefarious activities and the black hat activities on the planet, they were approached by Trump and the White Hats with all the evidence of their wrongdoings, all the evidence. They dropped the stack of paper. The NSA, with their satellite technology, caught them. They have everything. And these corporations had no choice but to capitulate. I love the word capitulate. So does Mel Carmine. They had to capitulate, and they had to give over. They're under NDA. This is not spoken about on the news. Their corporations have been seized and divided as well, and it's being offered up on the Lobster wallet in digital asset form. So all these crimes against humanity and the money associated with it has been liberated and seized, and they needed a means. That's the word. To funnel, that's another great word, to funnel this money back to us. And I have discovered through Mel Carmine and Amber and Emily Tang of Quantum Stellar Initiative, QSI. Look her up. She's a brilliant girl. She explains this. She's explaining this to me and about 34,000 other people right now on her Telegram channel through Whiplash. She is like a student of Whiplash, who also is a brilliant mind. We don't know who he is. He stays anonymous, but he brings forth the synthesis of what's happening in this spiritual war on the ground with the financial piece. He ties it all together. These people, it hurts my head to sometimes read the posts of how they do the decodes of who has been involved behind the scenes in this financial liberation, and the corporations that have been involved in the organization of it, the tremendous organization of taking these seized assets and offering it back to the people. And then I had another awakening moment. I just want to go back for a second and say XRP and XLM. XRP is called the king because it is backed by gold. XLM is called the queen because she's backed by silver. And silver and gold are going to reevaluate 1-to-1. And it's a prophecy in Judaism. When the moon had to diminish herself, when they were first created, you couldn't have two great luminaries competing. So the moon diminished herself so the sun could be bigger. So it is prophesied that in the age of love, in the time of Messiah, they will both be equal in size again. So I think gold and silver are going to be equal in size again, just like the sun and the moon. And XLM is how we buy these digital assets on the Lobster wallet. XRP is going to be how we globally transact. You know, you want to buy a house in China, you're not going to have to involve a bank, a lawyer, an accountant. You're going to knock on the door, and you're going to make it like a quick email exchange of through XRP, through this mechanism, the utility of this XRP, which will convert your American dollars to yen in a second. And that is what it does. Your dollars become XRP on this side of the equation, and your yen becomes XRP on this side of the equation, and you can transact. And that is how we have a level playing field and neutral bridge currency. Think about those words. When I first heard them, I wrote them down on my desk in my office because they struck me. They had a resonance to them. Neutral bridge currency. It's neutral, it's a bridge, and it's a currency. Think about it. To create a level, all of humanity is going level through the finances. Everybody in every country, equality, the same, 1-to-1, peer-to-peer. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a phenomenal thing to behold and to witness when we all go 1-to-1. Which brings me to the beautiful writing of Rabbi Michoel Green, who is a warrior for truth, also since day one. Something in him got ignited and lit up, and he is a fighter, an educator on what's going on with these. And he's funny. He's got a style to himself. He likes to rhyme. He likes to make it a little lighter, you know, so we don't get all worried and afraid. I like his presentation, and I like his leadership style. He's humble. He's so humble, and he's so brilliant. And he wrote this tribute to Dr. Zelenko. Dr. Zelenko, who just passed away, who we love, who was also an unrelenting warrior for truth, for saving humanity, who made the miraculous discovery that hydroxychloroquine plus zinc, when it gets into the cell, it doesn't allow for viral replication of the virus. And saved thousands and thousands of lives, and even more so, gave hope to people, told people don't be afraid, reconnected people to their God consciousness. That's his legacy. And we're going to go back and be with him. I just asked this to Ismael Perez, that when we have our elevation to the age of love, to the Mos HaMashiach, and after that we have Tchias HaMesim, which is the resurrection of the dead, it is not them coming back down to us. They're not coming back to this fear-based 3D world. We're going up to them, to the 5D love world, to the heaven. We're going to merge heaven and earth. 3D becomes 5D in heaven. Them and their light bodies, as our bodies become turned on, our DNA changes, we become lighter, the light body, the guf dak, as it's called in Kabbalah, the guf dak, the light body. We become lighter versions of ourselves, and they're already lighter. So we kind of work our way back to each other. All the people that have passed on, we're gonna merge realities, and that's what I understand resurrection of the dead to be now. Whole different thing. So Rabbi Green speaks about Dr. Zelenko and says he had 3 names: Velvel, Wolf, Zev, which all 3 names mean wolf. It was a triple wolf name. The spirit animal, Dr. Zelenko's spirit animal, was a wolf times 3 to the 3rd power, which means he embodied these characteristics in a holy way. That's what Rabbi Green is saying. He took this fierceness and made it holy, because he used it against the Cabal. He used it against the greatest enemy of humanity, the evil of old, who is practicing the same worship that we've seen in the Bible, Molech. So he says in his article, Rabbi Green, he references the blessing that Jacob gave to his youngest son, Benjamin. And he says, Benjamin is a wolf who will seize his prey. In the morning he will devour plunder, and in the evening he will divide the spoil. And those words woke me up. I texted Rabbi Green. I said, do you see what you just posted? Do you see what you wrote? That made me understand why I got so happy when I finally understood the financial aspect of the awakening. When I finally tapped into that central piece of the awakening that will shift us all, I understood in my soul that this spiritual war that we are in between good and evil has been won, because the spoils have already been divided. The spoils have been divided. And those words made it fresh to me, because I understood that this war was over, because wars are only over. You can only divide the spoils once the war is over. And that was a signal to me that not only had this war been won, it had been fought, it had been won. And we're already at this point in the game. The war had been fought, the war had been won, and the spoils have been divided, and they are being offered to us through XRP, through XLM, through the lobster wallet, through silver, through Zim, Dinar, Dong. These many multitude of ways that this great currency reval is going to come to us. They're offering it to us in so many different ways, but the digital asset way, I think, is going to be the biggest, because it's the easiest. It's transacted on air. So that's the one that excites me the most. And just remember that when you are financially free, all other freedoms will be reborn to you. Because when you don't have to factor in money into any decision, you don't have to think, can I afford this? Can I afford to leave this bad relationship? Can I afford to buy this house? Can I afford to choose this career? Can I be a teacher? Can I be an artist? Can I be a poet? No, they don't make money. No, that's not going to be an issue anymore. So much beauty will be born when people have this financial freedom. Every other freedom will be born back to us that were our God-given birthrights. Nesara Gesara. Have a great day, guys. Mwah.